put them on the radiator and go to bed with a little duvet. So, alright, Carl? Right, what's your attitude? Is it because you're tired?
Yeah.
Well, why are you tired, though?
You were saying that watching those Channel 5 films again, were you?
I'll tell you what, me and Steve were having a little meeting yesterday over lunch about, planning stuff for the show. And, Gary Kemp came up to me, started having a little chat about old times, and I went, oh yeah. As he went away, Steve said, right, think of this, he said, Rick, don't take this the wrong way. Remember that sentence, don't take this the wrong way. So there's a right way and a wrong way I could have taken this comment. He nodded to sort of Gary Kemp and went, he's aged better than you. I went, well, how could I take that the wrong way?
Yeah, that's not offensive.
No. Well, the point is this, he didn't know me 20 years ago, so he's actually saying, Rick, don't take this the wrong way, he looks better than you do.
Yeah, well he does.
But why say that, Carl?
What? Did you really say that?
Yeah, although, can I just backtracking for a second? I love the fact you said you bumped into Gary Kemp and you reminisced about old times. What old times did you share with Gary Kemp?
Well, no, he came up and said, did we drop the pops together? I went, no, I did Razzmatazz. I said, oh, we did Razzmatazz. I think he was thinking, had he ever met me before? But he hadn't, because we hadn't. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah. And,
but if you had to make an objective analysis...
I wouldn't. I think that's out of order.
Sure. I mean, you're always slagging me off, but apparently you can't make a value judgment on something else. No.
I wouldn't do that.
Well, because you're morally all over the place. You don't know where you're coming and going.
Leave it.
Yeah.
Leave it.
Sure. You should hear what I say about you behind your back.
So, would you say you're better looking now than you were? Or...
Than I'm what?
Would you say you're better looking now than you were?
Than I was when?
Well, have you aged well?
Yes.
You've aged well?
Yeah, I've kept my looks.
Bit of Dando?
Bit Evan Dando, this would be lovely, yeah.
Look for sunshine to be burning full time.
Radiohead, Go to Sleep. That's good, isn't it? On XFM 104.9.
Brilliant.
No,
great DJing there.
Well, I've heard it before.
Good, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, it was good. It was very good. It was very good. I was just watching cable TV. I do a lot of that, and there's an advert I've noticed. It reminded me of the sort of adverts you used to see when I was a kid. It's one of those attempts to kind of educate young people, but doing it in It's on MTV, but it's one of those things where it's clearly been made by people who are in their mid-40s.
Who have never been cool.
Yeah. Who've been working really hard to get into TV all their lives, and now are trying to appeal to, funky and possibly wayward young people. Yeah. And it's kind of...
Ne'er-do-wells.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a kind of stunning model, and two of her stunning model friends, but they're just a couple of average girls, going about their business. And, it says something like, it's all shot very funkily, like a kind of, lock, stock and two smoking barrels kind of thing. And it's a girl, and she's just grooving along with her friends, and it's kind of like, the captions are things like, Isabella's 17. She's cool, she's quite funky, she's got these great friends, and they're sort of hanging out, laughing. And she just pops into a tattoo parlour. Why not? Her friends are like, what are you doing? But she just goes in, she has a tattoo done, and it sort of says, she's wild, she's crazy. She lives life as she sees it. She takes every day as it comes. She's not tied down or anything. She doesn't smoke cigarettes.
Yeah. So if you think she's cool, if you think all this is cool, then you probably won't want to smoke cigarettes. Exactly. If you want to be cool, then
like Isabella or whatever.
Except the thing with that is that people watching that, the youth watching that will go, well, Bill at my school, he smokes and he's cool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, this is the problem with it.
Yeah.
It's not that the impulse is wrong. The message is fine. It's just this thing. I can't imagine those things ever working with young people.
No.
With youths. It's like when what was it?
What it will do is that you'll get a lot of 13 and 14-year-olds sneaking out and getting a tattoo.
Exactly.
So the parents will be going, I'd rather she smoked.
Exactly. She might give that up sometimes. That's her life.
She's got a spider's web on her face now for the rest of her life.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But it's like you remember that thing when they tried to get young people to vote. Do you remember that? Was it Rock the Vote? Was it called Rock the Vote? Was it people like Billy Bragg and people kind of...
Yeah.
I don't know who that appeals to. I don't know, some youth is kind of smashing up a bus shelter, throwing bricks at old people.
Goes,
and was that Billy Bragg?
Billy Bragg, yeah.
I just can't, I don't believe it ever. I think it was Mick Hucknall was another one. What's that, Mick?
Oh, dear. I remember the ones where you just, if you were going to go off with a stranger, your cat went, well, don't.
Yeah.
Ask mummy first.
Yeah.
And I remember I was trying to jump in cars left, right and centre, but my cat, when I was like 5 or 6, would go, and I go, good point.
Yeah.
You're right, he could be a nutter.
But I seem to remember the Charlie's. The Charlie Says. It was Charlie Says, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Charlie Says.
Charlie Says.
I always found them really unnerving. He lived in that really eerie kind of world where you never really saw
cartoon.
anyone. Yeah, but it was very kind of. It was very eerie. It wasn't very kind of comforting.
No,
world.
they hadn't spent a lot of money on the cartoon. No.
But it was. I always got the sense with him that he was probably really quite lonely.
But I like the fact is that,
And he had a cat.
Mummy
and a
was
cat could
so
talk.
pleased. But by the time I came out, they'd gone off and I missed the picnic. But Mummy was so pleased that I'd asked her. She gave me an apple.
No, I think
and
she
Charlie got something he liked. He gets a fish.
Yeah.
Right. I was thinking an apple.
No, I seem to remember it being that.
I'll get an apple anyway. Get me some sweets.
Yeah. Or a tattoo.
I always thought it was a con when your parents got you some clothes you needed for Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm not falling for that.
Exactly.
I'd go, look, I'm getting the clothes anyway. But I want battling tops.
But the Charlie Says, I seem to remember when they asked him to go off for the picnic. By the time he'd asked Mum because she was on the phone.
Yeah.
I don't know if she was chatting to in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
The kids had gone.
One of her,
and I seem to
one
remember
of her
that.
clients.
Exactly. I seem to remember that he said, "Don't worry, it was fine because Mum took him and Charlie on a picnic."
Not as good.
Who'd rather go with your mates,
Yeah.
or with your mum
Or
on a
mum and your
picnic?
cat.
And your cat.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think they were friends.
Mum, this Scotch egg stinks of fish. Well, I had to bring it for Charlie. Don't bring raw fish in the picnic basket.
I think they weren't friends with us. They were just local kids. You go, let's go and ask that weirdo with the cat if he wants to come down the park.
Let's go and ask the weirdo who thinks the cat can
Thinks he can talk, yeah.
and then run away when he goes to ask his mum.
When he goes off to ask his mum, they're just going, ask your mum, ask your mum.
Yeah. Hello, hiya. Alright, we're the local lads, the cool local lads. We smoke, we got tattoos. Do you want to come and play with some puppies in the disused mine? Ask your mum first. Quick, run.
Exactly.
Look, he's talking to the cat. Look, he's talking to the cat.
They were just round the corner spying on him. They were just laughing. There was no picnic.
Did you ever go on a picnic, Carl? Was there a place to do?
The problem with those adverts, like when I was growing up, they'd sort of give you ideas. Because remember the Charlie's one, right? And we were on holiday, right? And I met these two lads who were knocking about with like mates and that. And that advert came on, and we thought it'd be a good idea to wind his mum up. Because this advert had just been on saying, kids are going missing in Wales, right?
Yeah.
So we said, oh, this will be a good laugh. We put the kid in the wardrobe. His mum came back from shopping. We said, oh, he's gone missing. We haven't seen him for hours.
That's terrifying.
I know.
That's
How old
appalling.
were you?
About 13.
And what was his mum? She must have been.
Yeah, she was going mad, and that's when we thought, oh god, we've gone. Will we say anything? Will we pretend we don't know where he is?
Open the wardrobe, he'd suffocated.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
horrible, Carl.
I know, but
Such a
it's just
cruel
what you
thing.
do, isn't it? It's just what you do.
Well, no, you do.
What do you mean? It's just
Well,
what you do. What was it? Was he in the wardrobe? Was he listening to this? Why didn't he go, Mum, it's alright, when he heard her crying?
No, she wasn't crying. She was just panicking and like screaming a little bit and that.
Screaming a little bit.
Okay, we'll tell her when the screaming starts.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then what's the other thing? Like on the same, like all this was going on when I was growing up, and one time we're on holiday, and my mum said, right, if you're going on the beach, it's a big beach, but if you're going to go out and play there, I need to know where you are.
So
what part
where
of the
these
beach you're going
bells?
to.
Where this cowbell made you know.
She gave me a balloon.
Good
Give you a
idea.
balloon.
A balloon, and it just sort of attached to my arm, so wherever I was playing in the sea and that, you can see the balloon and that.
Brilliant.
But then the problem was, everyone else thought that's a good idea,
Cool.
and it was just like loads of kids with balloons and that,
Oh, I ruined it.
so that didn't work.
Yeah.
I had to bin that idea.
Weren't you in a car park once?
Oh no, it was New Year, and we were all gathering up. Like in Trafalgar Square at New Year, everyone gathers and they have a big kind of party and stuff. Well, in Bristol, they do something very similar on a smaller scale. And I was there one New Year, I was with my friends, and I for some reason I picked up a balloon during the evening. I don't know where I got it from, but I was holding this balloon, and these girls came up to me, and I thought, yeah, nice, maybe a little New Year kiss. They came up, they said, hey, are you going to be here for a while? And I said, well, yeah, probably will. They said, it's just that we've arranged to meet back at you at midnight. What do you mean? Because I was so tall and had a balloon, I was towering above everyone else. I said, what? They said, we're going to meet back at you at midnight. They said, don't worry, you can go about your business because we can see you wherever you are.
This is where Nelson's column is.
No. No, this is in Bristol.
Oh right, okay,
Yeah. And so I'm sort of wandering around, and then at midnight they these two girls turn up again, and some of these lads come and meet them, and they're sort of laughing and joking. I'm thinking, oh, they're probably going to invite me back to a party. I watched them get in a cab. They went off. They had a wild night. But then I did have a balloon, so it was a great New Year for me.
I did have a balloon. Oh, should we have a little bit of Tupac?
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah.
A little bit of that.
There's a great lyric in this. It's picture me rolling, right? But at the end, he's saying about look at me now. I'm drinking Remy and I'm in a Rolls Royce. And he goes, oh yeah, I forgot the DA. Can she see me from here? Can you see me, ho? And I think this is like district attorney turning on the radio and Tupac going around going, can that ho see me? She's going, yeah, yeah, I can see you.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. Tupac. I'll tell you what, we should get rolling. Rockbusters.
No.
Alright?
No.
Well, he has done it. He just said that he was worried about it because we said it's the last one. What do you think, Carl?
I just don't think I mean, can I just say now, Carl, seriously, I'm only responding to what we're getting on the email, which is people do not want Rockbusters. They really... There's one guy here he says, it's James Pooley, he says he's preempted Carl by giving my answers to this week's quiz. I don't know what the clue would be, but his answer is no van ear, Nirvana.
Yeah, good. No Vanny, yeah. That sounds like one.
Number 2, he's just guessed, I don't know again what the clue would be, but the answer is Kid Creosote.
Yeah, that's good. That's a typical Rockbuster. That is brilliant. That's a better game.
And the last one is Harry Seacombe.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be good.
So, I mean, maybe we should reverse it so people just...
and we have to come up with the clue for them. And we win the prizes.
Yeah.
Have you got prizes ready as well?
It's all there, but...
Oh, I feel sorry for him now. We what the prizes would have been.
I'd rather just give them away to the first person to email in, frankly, than have to go through the torrent of
Oh, God! Look at Carl's face! I wish we could... Oh, can't we get this on telly just for Carl's face? Hey, I'll tell you what we could do, Steve. You know, like Smiley Miley and that used to take the Radio 1 Roadshow out?
Oh, man, that would be amazing.
Come on, should we take it out?
Hello, Bournemouth!
Yeah, how many miles have I done? Don't care. No, should we do this? How many miles have we done? Well, XFM's down the road.
Yeah.
1, yeah. Should we take it out the road just so they can see Carl Pilkington?
To be fair, though, I mean, you're not really keen to leave W1, are you?
Well, we wouldn't.
Right, so where exactly would we take the roadshow?
We'd do it outside.
Outside the building?
Yeah.
Right, okay. And what would we do?
It's called a roadshow because it's in the road, I imagine, isn't it?
And we'd give away t-shirts?
Throw in t-shirts, and then we'd have a band. We'd have band playing. What was that band playing tonight?
I forget, something Diesel, was it?
Yeah.
See, instantly forgettable. I mean, that was my point, really.
we could have them on.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Get a couple of celebrity pals down.
Someone from Big Brother 2.
That would be ideal.
Well, Josh, the other little gay fella.
Yeah.
He'd come on, just wave.
Yeah. I'm beginning to like the idea.
Yeah?
Brilliant, yeah.
So we'll have Josh, something Diesel, we're playing the Bull and Gate tonight, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Right, I'll throw out some t-shirts.
Yeah.
And then Carl will do a live Rockbusters. Yeah?
Well, I don't know, do you want it?
I just think that ruins it slightly. It would just bring the whole afternoon down, Rick, I think.
We get it sponsored by someone. Yeah? No? Well, I'm just trying to inject a bit of... Read the prizes, what they would have done.
There's a PlayStation game here. I guess it's maybe not been released yet. It's a little demo of that. What's this? The American Song Poem Anthology. I don't exactly know what that is again, but lots of songs on there and a couple of compilations, arbitrary compilations. The Club Anthems compilation, the best summer holiday album ever.
Wow.
There it is again.
You've certainly sold it to me, Steve.
The best air guitar album again.
Brilliant.
And an old edition of Only Fools and Horses.
So, you really haven't put the effort into the prizes, Carl. So if that's the prizes, if that's the whole point of the competition, and they're the best prizes you could conjure up, in God's name, Carl.
Alright, we won't bother. We get it. Doesn't matter.
Good. Excellent, well that's resolved.
Brilliant.
That's excellent. What we have got though is Educating Ricky, haven't we?
Well, another one of my little things.
Oh, it's brilliant then.
So how long's this gonna last before you wanna get ditched this?
Well, we'll see, a couple of weeks.
Not like that, Carl, it's all one, it's one love, man.
We're on the same team, man.
Yeah, we're just one voice, man. One true voice. Like those lads.
Yeah.
They could play.
Right, well, the Educating Ricky,
They could play.
Well, why don't we play a record and come back with Educating
The
Ricky?
Wind, Cat Stevens,
We need
beautiful
to get the jingle queued up as well.
Yeah, I'll get the jingle queued up,
No,
yeah.
I haven't got Neil Young lined up yet.
No, not you, Young, Cat Stevens, I gave it to you.
I know, we're not playing that yet.
Can we just play a record?
No, I told you to. Well, I told you to. See, what? So why aren't you playing the record I told you to play?
Because we've just had something chilled, right, from 2-pack. Let's lift it up a bit now with a little bit of blur. Right?
Come on, play it. Oh, how much you off?
I just have. Crazy beat, we're on XFM 104.9. Right, we're gonna do Educating Ricky instead of Rockbusters.
Incidentally, on the subject of Rockbusters, we've just had an email from Phil. He says, I could do with this week's rather shoddy array of prizes, as I'm doing a car boot sale tomorrow and need a bit more tact to fill the table. We'll probably send it to him.
We might as well do it anyway.
Yeah.
But Educating Ricky was a feature. Well, actually, about a year ago, I started a feature called Educating Carl because we found out he had 1 E at O level at history, and I'd educate him on things like Rasputin, things that I thought he'd be interested in. You know, Winston
Che
Churchill,
Guevara.
some of the greats, some scientific facts, and then I said it's your turn, and he started telling me about people born without legs. Some people have got a funny eye. There's a woman whose tongue's longer than her arm, and really, you know, turning the screw on education.
Yeah.
So I don't know what he's got for me today. Maybe a dog born a cat. Let's have a look.
We've done that one, we've done that.
Is there, because often we should point out there's sometimes a crossover between Educating Ricky and Cheeky Freak of the Week,
Yeah.
just in terms of subject matter.
Yeah, so we've done Cheeky Freak of the Week, we've done all the freaks. What have we done with the Freak of the Week? There's a dog. There was a woman that had the back legs of a dog. There was last week. What was last week?
It was the girl who was born with 4 eyes, 2 mouths, and 3 legs.
Sure.
You weren't that impressed. I thought if we've got to that and it's not impressing you.
We are a tough audience, I
Let's spin
admit.
it. Let's move on.
Is there a jingle for Educating Ricky?
Educating Ricky. Oh God. Oh, you've told me Educating Ricky. Very similar to some of the other jingles I've done.
Well, they're made by the same people.
Yeah, yeah.
Right,
Okay, what have we got
it's just, I mean, Educating Ricky is just stuff that I learn in the week, and I think that's interesting. I keep it up here, and then I share it with you, right? And some interesting stuff. One of them, right? Mount Everest.
Go on. I need more.
Right. Well, there's a problem.
Yeah.
Because people are leaving rubbish up there and that. And like people, whoever owns it is saying, is saying, forget this. They're leaving a mess and all that. But do you know why it's called Mount
Sorry,
Everest?
what was that? That's one, is it? That's one. There's rubbish on Mount Everest.
No,
How many people go up there?
We talk about people dumping old tellies and washing machines.
Who's fed up? The Yeti? What are you talking about?
No, I mean that isn't what I'm educating you. I'm just telling. This is part of the story. I'm just telling you.
Just a bit of context for you.
Like they're leaving loads of rubbish up there.
Well, they're not leaving loads of rubbish up there, are they?
No, they are. They're apparently.
Not like
right
prams and washing machines and seagulls flying everywhere.
I don't know.
Anyway,
I don't know. But anyway, do you know why it's called that? You know why it's called Mount Everest?
why it's called Mount
I
Everest?
know the mount bit.
It's because it's a large mount, and if you climb it, by the time you get to the top, you need to have a rest. And that isn't the educating bit. I'm just telling
It's
you.
not true.
Well, we'll leave that.
Well, no, Carl. In the name of everything holy, do you think that anyone named it because you have to have a rest when you've climbed it?
Well, we'll see. You'll see what people say on email. But
Well, it's definitely not.
But anyway, that's one thing that I kind of thought that's interesting. I'll remember that. I'll teach Ricky that, so you've learnt that. Right, now, are you familiar with this thing that they can do if you're dead, right? No, not if you're dead. It's like if you're ill and you know you're going to die,
Yeah.
right?
I don't know what this is anymore.
Extraordinary.
Have a rest.
Extraordinary.
Himalayas. Himalaya. What?
Listen, this is an interesting fact. Come on. If you're ill but you know you're going to die,
Yeah, you can have this thing done in Detroit where you get put in a fridge,
right?
and if they work out, you know, what's wrong with you in 20 years' time, you go, right, that fella is in the fridge, he had that, we can sort it, let's get him out, and they sort you out.
Yeah. Is this the first time you've come across this idea?
Yeah, I read it the other day, I didn't know
I've
about
never
it.
heard of this before.
It's called
It's
cryogenics.
cryogenically preserved.
Good, isn't it?
They put you at sort of like sub-zero temperatures, so they stop all cellular activity.
So do you stop aging at that point?
Yeah, it's suspended animation.
So, well, what's the law on it, right? Because say if I had some